स्वभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we welcome all the devotees for today's discussion on Bhagavad Gita. So we'll be continuing from the verse where we left yesterday. So till verse 22 we have discussed yesterday. So 23 onwards we will continue. Okay, so yesterday we were seeing the section 20 onwards, Prakriti, Purusha and the union of both. So here in this chapter, in this specific section, verse 20, we saw that Prakritim Purusham Cheva Vidhi Anadi Ubhavapi Vikaramscha Gunamscheva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan. So Prakriti and Purusha, both, O Arjuna, know that they are Anadi. Okay, they are not having any beginning. This we saw yesterday. And then we saw Vikaramscha Gunamscheva Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan, and know that their transformation means the transformation of the material nature and the transformation of the living entity are both happening, and the modes of matter are products of the material nature. Vidhi Prakriti Sambhavan Gunamscheva. So they are only produced by the modes of material nature, the transformations. Then we saw next verse Karya Karana Kartritve Hetu Prakriti Ruchyate Purusha Sukha Dukkhanam Bhoktritve Hetu Ruchyate. So three things: Karya, that is body; Karana, senses; and Kartritve, sense devatas. All three are provided by Prakriti. Prakriti Hetu Uchyate. Prakriti is the cause for all these three: body, the senses, and sense devatas. And Purusha Sukha Dukkhanam Bhoktritve Hetu Uchyate. Purusha is the cause for his own suffering and happiness. Why? Because Bhoktritve, he has the enjoying mentality. And then verse 22, we saw Purusha Prakriti hi Bhunkte Prakriti Jan Gunan Karanam Guna Sango Asya Sadasad Yoni Janmasu. So Purusha is situated in Prakriti, and he is Bhunkte, he is enjoying what the trying to enjoy basically Prakriti Jan Gunan by the coming in contact with the modes of material nature which are produced by material nature. Okay, so living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. Karanam, what is the reason for this? Guna Sango Asya. The reason for this is the Guna Sangha, association of the modes. Sadasa Jivani Janmasu. Okay, and then because of this, he is taking birth in good and bad species. Good species like the demigods or the human being, and bad species like the animals, birds, other things. Okay, then verse 23 we have to start. Okay, before we start, we have some time. Any question anybody has? Then we can discuss.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
हाँ Mataji.
This body is Kshetra,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And this material world, which is the field of activity, is nature, and the enjoyer of nature is the living entity. So
Hmm.
means this material world is also nature, na? That can also be with Kshetra, na? This material
No.
world.
Yeah. Correct. Material world is the nature. Correct. It's a it's a prakriti.
Yeah,
So the definition of Kshetra Krishna has given is the body,
yeah.
like that. So and Kshetragya is soul and super soul. That's how definition is given.
Okay, that's why we are considering this body as Kshetra.
Correct. But Kshetra in general, it means some area.
Yeah.
In general, in Sanskrit, Kshetra may
And the,
mean area, some area or some region. So we may think that nature is Kshetra like that. But in the chapter 13 of Bhagavad Gita, the
yeah,
definition given by Krishna is
mm,
not like that, not in
right.
general understanding. Hmm.
And
Okay, so
Prakriti
that's why
there,
it's specific. Yes, Mataji.
and Prakriti here it is given this body is Prakriti. But actually, we see this material world is also called Prakriti.
Body is not called Prakriti in this chapter. Body is called as Kshetra in this chapter.
Purusha and Prakriti. Acha, that Prakriti is different.
Means
That,
Purusha, he is the body, the person is called Purusha because of enjoying nature, not called Prakriti. Prakriti is the material nature.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay, Prabhu.
So Purusha and yesterday as we discussed, na, Purusha and Kshetragya, they are like same only. Okay, both soul and super
Mm.
soul are Purusha and both are Kshetragya also.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, na?
Mm.
Okay, anybody else has any question? Okay, if not, then we will start 23rd verse today. So yesterday we were seeing the Purusha Prakriti and the interactions or the union. So now Krishna is speaking about, first he spoke about the Purusha which is conditioned living entity. How he is staying in this material world, how he is enjoying, how he is suffering. And now in this verse onwards, the second Purusha, that is the material, the super soul, he will be described. Okay. So here he is saying, okay, yeah. उपदृष्टा अनुमन्ता च भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरः परमात्मेति चाप्युक्तो देहे अस्मिन् पुरुषः परः. Yes, Isha Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Yet, in this body, there is another transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, the supreme proprietor, who exists as the observer and permitter, and who is known as the Supersoul.
Yeah.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So in this body, there is another transcendental enjoyer. So till now we had one kind of enjoyer which was seen here. That was the person who is Purusha, who is conditioned living entity. But there is another person, transcendental enjoyer. Okay. So transcendental word where it is Paraha. So Purusha Paraha, where is he? Dehe Asmin. He is also inside the body. Purusha Para, another Purusha. Okay. So one is Jiva, which was discussed till now. That is not being discussed in this verse. Here the other one is the super soul. Okay, this is being discussed now. This Purusha. And what kind of person he is? He is Paraha. He is beyond. He is transcendental. Okay. And what is his name? Paramatma. Okay, Paramatma iti chapyukto. He is called by the name Paramatma. Okay, Paramatmeti Chapyukto. And what are the his qualities or what are his roles? So first he is Upadrishta, he is overseer. Okay, he oversees everything which is happening. Second, he is Anumanta. Okay, first is Upadrishta, then Anumanta. He is having second role is what? Permission. He gives permission, sanction. Yeah, like yesterday we saw three kinds of doer. Performing doer is the nature. Then there is desiring doer is the living entity. And third is the sanctioning doer. That is super soul. So he is Anumanta. And also Bharta means he is the master or supplier or maintainer like that. Okay. Yeah. Bharta. Bhokta. Fourth. What is Bhokta? He is the supreme enjoyer. He is Bhokta. So living entity is not supreme enjoyer. He is also enjoying, but little bit. Maheshwaraha. Fifth. He is supreme controller, supreme lord. Ishwara means controller. So supreme lord like that. Okay. So these are the qualities of super soul. Yeah. Please read the purport.
Yes, Prajay. It is stated here that the super soul, who is always with the individual soul, is the representation of the Supreme Lord. He is not an ordinary living entity.
Yeah.
Because the
So
monist,
here one thing is that he said not an ordinary living entity. Okay, can somebody tell where it is mentioned in the verse? He is not an ordinary living entity. Where it is mentioned in the shloka?
He is Maheshwara.
No, Maheshwara is controller or supreme lord like that. He is not ordinary living entity. Where it is mentioned?
Last Purusha Paraha.
Purushah Paraha, correct. So he is Paraha. He is transcendental. Yeah. Yeah, continue.
because the monist philosophers take the knower of the body to be one, they think that there is no difference between the super soul and the individual soul. To clarify this, the Lord says that he is represented as the Paramatma in everybody.
Yeah, continue. So that's why shloka says Paramatma iti chapyukto. He is represented as Paramatma. Okay, yeah.
He is different from the individual soul. He is para, transcendental. The individual soul enjoys the activities of a particular field, but the super soul is present not as a finite enjoyer, nor as one taking part in bodily activities, but as the witness, overseer, permitter, and supreme enjoyer.
Yeah, so Prabhupada is saying about those terms in the shloka. So the individual soul enjoys. So where is enjoyment mentioned in the verse?
Bhakta.
Yes, bhokta. Okay, correct. Yeah, the activities of a particular field. Okay, he is enjoying the activities of a particular field. Okay. Then the super soul is present not as finite enjoyer. So he is bhokta of not like ordinary soul, but he is infinite enjoyer. Okay, he is infinite enjoyer. Okay, nor as one taking part in bodily activities, neither he takes part in the bodily activities. So he is not situated in the Prakriti. Okay, where did we learn about the Jiva being situated in Prakriti? Which sloka? Prakriti stha. That word came, right? Where is it mentioned?
22 last one.
Prakristha is in the shloka 22. The Jiva is in Prakristho condition. But Supreme Lord is not situated in Prakriti. He is in the body. But he is Paraha. He is transcendental. So that's why he is not Prakristho. Okay. Then he is as the witness. Okay. What is the witness mentioned in the shlokas?
Updrashta.
Ha, Upadrishta. Okay. Upadrishta, overseer, Anumanta. Sorry, witness is not Upadrishta. That overseer is Upadrishta. What is witness? Which word is witness in the shloka? Upadrishta is here. Drishta. Is it mentioned in the shloka? See here in this verse, where is witness mentioned? No, not directly mentioned. Okay, we can
But
say
the
it as
Anumanta is it same?
Anumanta is here. Word meaning is given as permitter. He gives permission. Okay, here it is permitter. And supreme enjoyer. He is bhokta. Okay. Yeah, continue, Ati.
Yes, Roger. His name is Paramatma, not Atma. And
Where is
he
this mentioned? His name is Paramatma.
Paramatmeti.
Paramatmeti.
Paramatmeti chapi ukto.
Tapyukta.
Chapi ukto means he's called as, he's named as. Okay, yeah, continue.
And he is transcendental. It
Yeah,
is
paraha.
distinctly
Yeah.
It is distinctly clear that the Atma and Paramatma are different.
Yeah.
The super soul, the Paramatma, has legs and hands everywhere, but the individual soul does not. And because the Paramatma is the Supreme Lord, he is present within to sanction the individual soul's desiring material enjoyment. Without the sanction of the Supreme Soul, the individual soul cannot do anything. The individual is Bhukta or the sustained, and the Lord is Bhokta or the maintainer. There are innumerable living entities, and he is staying in them as a friend.
Yeah. So, Paramatma Chapyukto and he is Paraha. Okay, that also we saw. And then he is mentioning that he is having hands and legs everywhere. So where did we read this? He has hands and legs everywhere.
14th shloka, na Prabhuji?
Yeah, what is the shloka?
Sarvata pani padam.
Sarvata pani padam tat sarvata akshi shiromukha. Correct. There we saw. Okay. That is 14th shloka, right? Okay. And because the Paramatma is the Supreme Lord, he is Maheshwaraha. He is present within two sanction. So where is the sanction word mentioned? Anumanta. Correct. The individual souls desiring material enjoyment. So he is, that's why, the sanctioning doer. Okay. He is sanctioning doer. And the living entity is what? Desiring the material enjoyment. So we say him to be as desiring doer. And material nature is performing doer. She performs based on the desires of living entity and by the sanction of Paramatma. Okay. So without the sanction, without his sanction, nothing can happen. Okay. So yeah, this we have discussed. Yeah, continue.
Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
Yeah, continue.
The fact is that every individual living entity is eternally part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and both of them are very intimately related as friends. But the living entity has the tendency to reject the sanction of the Supreme Lord and act independently in an attempt to dominate nature. And because he has this tendency, he is called the marginal energy of Supreme Lord. The living entity can be situated either in the material energy or in the spiritual energy. As long as he is conditioned by the material energy, the Supreme Lord, as his friend, the Super Soul, stays with him just to get him to return the spiritual energy. The Lord is always eager to take him back to the spiritual energy. But due to his minute independence, the individual entity is continually rejecting the association of spiritual light. The misuse of independence is the cause of his material strife in the conditional nature. Therefore, the Lord is always giving instruction from within and from without. From without, he gives instructions as stated in Bhagavad Gita, and from within, he tries to convince the living entity that his activities in the material field are not conductive to real
Conducive.
happiness. Sorry, Bhaji?
Conducive. Not conducive. Conducive means,
Conducive,
yeah.
conducive to real happiness. Just give it up and turn your faith, move toward me. Then you will be happy, he says. Thus, the intelligent person who places his faith in Paramatma or the Supreme Personality of Godhead begins to advance toward a blissful, eternal life of knowledge.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is saying that how a person can advance in his spiritual life by having faith in the presence of Paramatma. Okay. Yeah. Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur's commentary. Please read.
Yes, Prabhuji. Having spoken of the Jiva, the Lord now speaks about the Paramatma. Though the Lord already described Paramatma in general and in detail from verses 13 to 18, it should be understood that the present statement is made in order to clearly show that the Paramatma is situated in all bodies along with the Jiva but different from the Jiva. In this body, there is another Supreme Purush, the great Lord called the Paramatma. Paramatma iti Chapyukta.
Yeah. Supreme Purusha. That is Maheshwara. Yeah.
The word Parama in Paramatma clearly indicates a personal expansion of Lord Sh-
Swams. Swa means his own. Amsha
Shams,
means part.
ah, Shwamsa, distinct from the Jiva, in order to defeat those who propound the theory of one soul only. He is the witness, Drashta, situated close to Upa, that is each a Jiv, but separate from him. He is the bestower of favors, Anumanta, showing mercy by his very closeness to the Jiva. The Shruti says, Sakshi Chetak Kevalo Nirgunascha. He is the witness, the consciousness, pure beyond the material gunas. Gopal Tapani Upanishad 2.96. He is the supporter, Bharta, and the protector, Bhokta of the Jiva.
Yeah. So each word Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur has explained also. Drishta means witness. Why Upadrishta then? Because he is sitting close to the soul. So that's why Upadrishta. And other words we have discussed. Yeah. Okay. Any question on what we discussed till now on
Um,
this shloka?
yes, Prabhuji. So
Yes.
Prabhuji, previously in one or two slides, we have seen that he gives us something from inner as well, and he is guiding us from outside as well. So
Hmm.
sometimes does this happen that there are two choices. I have to choose A or B, and sometimes my inner says go for A, but due to material things, material world, I'm choosing B, and sometimes then I have to regret for it. So can I relate this with shloka, Prabhuji?
Yes, yes. Here Prabhupada is saying na, that from without, he gives the instruction in the form of Bhagavad Gita
Hmm.
and like obviously spiritual master also. So they speak from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So external instructions come from them, the book and the spiritual master like that. And from within, as the Paramatma,
Hmm.
he is trying to convince the living entity that his activity in the material world are not conducive to real happiness. But he has to keep faith in Paramatma and then come back to the spiritual world like that. So
Hmm.
yeah, we can relate with this what he is saying, Prabhupada is saying here. Yeah,
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, we will go to next shloka. Ya evam vetti purusham प्रकृतिं च गुणैः सह सर्वथा वर्तमानोऽपि न स भूयो अभिजायते. Okay. Nimai Rajendra Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Lord. One who understands this philosophy concerning material nature, the living entity, and the interaction of the modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. He will not take birth here again, regardless of his present position.
Hmm. So now Krishna is speaking what is the Falashruti or what will happen by hearing this knowledge. Which knowledge? Knowledge about Kshetra, Kshetragya, okay, and Purusha, Prakriti. Correct. So this knowledge, one who hears, understands, what will he attain? Okay. Okay. So here he is saying attainment by hearing and understanding this knowledge. Okay. So yeah, evam peti purusham. Veti means he who knows, he understands. What he understands? Purusham. About Purusha. Who is Purusha? Both soul and super soul. Okay. Soul and super soul. And then Prakritim, the nature. Cha guna hai. And also the interactions. That is the three modes. Okay. Prakriti as well as the guna hai. Sarvatha Vartamano api, even though regardless of his present position, whatever may be his present position, he may be in any varna, any ashrama, or he may be in any kind of situation. Sarvatha Vartamano api na sa bhuyo abhijayate. Bhuyo means to take birth again. Na, na bhuyo. He will not take birth again. Okay. So he will bhuyo means again. Okay. Abhijayate means to take birth. Yeah. So he will not again take birth. That means what? He will become liberated. Okay. He will not take birth again. Yes, please read purport.
Clear understanding of material nature, the super soul, the individual soul, and their interrelation makes one eligible to become liberated and turn to the spiritual atmosphere without being forced to return to this material nature. This is the result of knowledge. The purpose of knowledge is to understand distinctly that the living entity has by chance fallen into this material existence. By his personal endeavor in association with authorities, saintly persons, and a spiritual master, he has to understand his position and then revert to spiritual consciousness or Krishna consciousness by understanding Bhagavad Gita as it is explained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then it is certain that he will never come again into this material existence. He will be transferred into the spiritual world for a blissful eternal life of knowledge.
Yeah. So these things we have to do. What Prabhupada is saying. The purpose of this knowledge is just not just to hear and then not do anything. The purpose of this knowledge is to hear and understand first. Okay. And after we understand only we can apply. And what we have to understand? As it is explained by personality of Godhead. Not whatever comes to our mind or anything anyone speaks. Okay. Anybody who is speaking from the acharyas, what the acharya is saying, what Prabhupada is trying to say, that is going to make us progress in spiritual life. Hmm. So by our personal endeavor in association with authorities, saintly persons, and spiritual master. So many times we say that no, personal endeavor is not so much important. It is just by mercy of authorities and saintly person and spiritual master. What our endeavor we can do, we cannot do our any endeavor, and then they become lazy in the name of not doing any endeavor. Yeah, okay. So here Prabhupada is saying all the things. Personal endeavor is also important. At the same time, the mercy is also important. Just like we have two fingers short when Mother Yashoda is trying to bind Krishna. So both are there. Endeavor and plus the mercy. Both should be there. One should not say, yeah, anyhow, I will whether chant or not 16 rounds, whether I follow Regoti principles or not. Anyhow, Prabhupada is very merciful. He has told 75%, 70%, and we can go back to Godhead by any way. Why our endeavor is needed. Such these are all rubbish philosophies. Okay, these are not required. Yeah. So if we do this both endeavor as well as mercy, then it is certain that he will never come back again. So our endeavor, so as Prabhupada has told, that everyone has to fly their own plane. He is not saying, no, don't worry, Krishna will fly your plane. Oh Arjuna, you just sleep on the chariot. Krishna, I am going to fight. He doesn't say like that. So Krishna has told Arjuna him only to fight. But the mercy also is there of Krishna at the same time. Okay. Yeah, please read.
The result of this knowledge are stated in this verse.
Yeah, this is
He
Vishwanath
who
Thakur's commentary. Yeah, continue.
He who knows Paramatma Purusham, Prakriti or Maya Shakti, along with its qualities, and the Jiva indicated only by the word Cha, does not take birth again, even though in this life he may be situated in all sorts of unfavorable circumstances. Sarvataha Vartamano api, such a being overcome by sleep and having uncontrolled mind or other such problems.
Yeah, so here he is saying that what is the meaning of Sarvatah Vartamano api? Whatever situations one may be in, either Varna or Ashrama, or as being overcome by sleep, okay, and having uncontrolled mind or uncontrolled senses or such other problems. So if we are sincere in making our endeavor, then it is okay. Okay, we should be sincere in making our endeavor to overcome these problems. And as we advance in bhakti, these problems will go away. So these are all symptoms of anishtita bhajan. Okay, anishtita bhajan means when one has not reached to the stage of nishtha, then there are five symptoms. When one is below the nishtha stage, first symptom is laya, that is sleep. He will be getting laya or sleep in his chanting, in his kirtana, or in his reading, whatever, hearing, sleep will be coming. Okay. Laziness also will be there like that. Okay. So like that five symptoms are mentioned. Laya, vikshep, distraction will be there. He'll be thinking of something else when one is sitting in the class or doing his chanting. Vikshep is there. Okay, then rasaswad. He will be thinking of some material object of enjoyment while chanting, reading, hearing, doing any devotional activity. Okay, so all these symptoms are mentioned of one who is not at the stage of nishtha. So what is the solution? Solution is we should do our endeavor nicely, follow the instruction of Guru, Krishna, and our sincere endeavor should be there. Then we can advance in bhakti. Okay. Any question on this shloka? Okay, we will continue. 25th. So now Krishna spoke about what is the result of this knowledge. Okay, one will be liberated. Next, ध्यानेन आत्मनि पश्यन्ति केचिद् आत्मनम् आत्मना अन्ये सांख्येन योगेन कर्मयोगेन चापरे. Okay, somebody else can read. Mahavan, go into. You want to read? Yeah, unmute.
Yeah.
Some perceive supersoul within themselves throughout meditation, others though the uh, cultivation
Hmm.
of knowledge, and still others throughout working without fruitive desires.
Thank you. So now Krishna is saying that how people cultivate the knowledge towards him. Okay, so or know about him. What are the different processes by which they know about him? Okay, so first here is mentioned dhyanena, by the process of dhyana. Okay, kechid atmana atmanam. So yeah, first one is here dhyanena. Okay, by meditation. Okay, second one is saying by atmana, through the mind. Okay, by the mind. Third, anye sankhyana. This is third process. That is Jnana Yoga. Sankhyena. Sankhyena Yogena. Sankhya Yoga basically, yeah. Okay. And Karma Yogena. Others by Karma Yoga. Okay, so four processors mentioned. Okay, others are Cha Apare by Karma Yoga. So here Prabhupada is mentioning the translation of each one. So Dhyanena is through meditation. Others through cultivation of knowledge, that is Jnana Yoga. This is Dhyana Yoga. This is Jnana Yoga. Still others through walking without fruitive desires. Okay. Yeah, okay. First, third one is, we can say, this is second. This is third. Okay, according to number in shloka. And this is fourth. Some perceive the super soul within. Okay. In the mind. Okay, like that. And then others through meditation, dhyana yoga, others through cultivation of knowledge, jnana yoga, and still others through working without fruitive desires, that is the karma yoga. And specific karma yoga Prabhupada is saying is actually nishkam karma yoga. Okay, so these are the processes mentioned in this verse. Okay, maybe somebody else can read the purport. Dayamai Devki Mataji, are you able to read? Are you traveling? I don't know. Okay, somebody else. Okay, no problem. So somebody else can read. Yeah. Geet Mataji, you want to read?
The Lord informs Arjuna that the conditioned souls can be divided into two classes as far as man's search for self-realization is concerned. Those who are atheistic, agnostic, and skeptics
Skeptics.
are beyond the sense of spiritual understanding. But there are others who are faithful in their understanding of spiritual life, and they are called introspective devotees, philosophers, and workers who have renounced fruitive results. Those who always try to establish the doctrine of monism are also counted among the atheists and agnostics.
Yeah, so each term which is mentioned here in the shloka, that will be more clear when we see the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary, according to Karma Yoga and all. Prabhupada is using general words. So, Lord informs Arjuna that the conditioned souls, the Purusha, can be divided into two classes. Okay. As far as man's search for self-realization, who are these two? Those who are atheist, agnostic, skeptics are beyond the sense of spiritual understanding. Okay, this is those who don't have faith in God, atheistic, and those who have hatred towards God, or skeptics, or those who speculate about God. Okay, so they are beyond the sense of spiritual understanding. They cannot understand God. Okay, so this is the first class. Prabhupada is saying now here two classes. This is first class who have no faith in God. Okay, no proper faith in God. And this is the second class of people. There are others who are faithful. Okay, they have faith in God. So they accept a path uh, propagated by Vedas. Okay, a Vedic path as it is given in the Vedas. What are the Vedic paths that's mentioned here? Okay, they are called introspective devotees. or philosophers or workers. So introspective devotees are like those are Ashtanga yogis. Philosophers are like Jnana yogis. Workers are like Karma yogi. Okay, these words will be used by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Okay, so those who always try to establish the doctrine of monism, uh, this is like our Brahmavadis, okay, are also counted among the atheists and agnostics. So these are like the Mayavadis. Okay, those who say the God's form is not real, it is under the control of material modes. They are monism. Yeah.
In other words, only the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are best situated in spiritual understanding because they understand that beyond this material nature are the spiritual world and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is expanded as the Paramatma, the super soul in everyone, the all pervading Godhead. Of course, there are those who try to understand the supreme absolute truth by cultivation of knowledge, and they can be counted in the class of the faithful. The Sankhya philosophers analyze this material world into 24 elements, and they place the individual soul as the 25th item.
Hmm. So among all of these, only the devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, matlab, he is obviously not counted till now here. Okay, here are others who are counted, as I told, introspective devotees, Ashtanga yogis, Jnana yogis, and Karma yogis, and devotees. He is not yet counted. But now here Prabhupada is bringing up the Bhakti yogi. Okay, those who are the acceptance of the path of Bhakti yoga is there. They are called Bhakti yogis. So they are actually best situated in spiritual understanding because they understand that beyond this material nature are the spiritual world and Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is expanded in the form of Paramatma and other forms like Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Yeah. Of course, there are those who try to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead by cultivation of knowledge, jnana. Okay. And they can be counted in the class of faithful. They are also having faith because they have accepted a path which is bona fide and which is given by the Vedas. So many times we may think Gyanis means those who are actually Mayavadis. No, all the Gyanis are not Mayavadis. The Gyanis who accept the form of God and they worship the form of God, but their inclination is to merge with Brahman. They are called Brahmavadis or Gyanis, and they are faithful. They have they can be counted in the class of faithful, okay, because they have accepted the path of Vedas. And then last one, Sankhya philosophers. So what they do here, Prabhupada is saying they count the 24 elements and 25th item they say as as the soul. And obviously 25th we can say 26th item is God, and then there is like that they count 27 items. Okay, yeah, continue.
When they are able to understand the nature of the individual soul to be transcendental to the material elements, they are able to understand also the above the individual soul, there is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the 26th element. Thus, gradually they also come to the standard of devotional service in Krishna consciousness. Those who work without fruitive results also perfect in their attitude. They are given a chance to advance to the platform of devotional service in Krishna consciousness.
Yeah. So now Prabhupada is also talking about these people who are Gyan yogis, Ashtanga yogis kind of people. So they are able to understand also God. How? By counting him as 26th element. So the 26th element Prabhupada is saying that they count as Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they also have faith in God. Okay, but their attraction is to merge in Brahman. Okay. And then those who are without fruitive activities, fruitive results, they are Nishkam Karmi Yogi. So this word will be used by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So Nishkam Karma Yogis, and they also can perfect in their attitude because that's also bona fide path given in the Vedas. Yeah, so they are given a chance to advance to the platform of devotional service. So as they gradually advance from karma yoga to jnana yoga, and if they come in touch with any devotee, they will also become bhakti yogis like that. Yeah, continue.
Here it is stated that there are some people who are pure in consciousness and who try to find out the super soul by meditation, and when they discover the super soul within themselves, they become transcendentally situated. Similarly, there are others who also try to understand the supreme soul by cultivation of knowledge, and there are others who cultivate the hatha yoga system and who try to satisfy the supreme personality of Godhead by childish activities.
Yeah, so these are all called as childish activities of Prabhupada. So those activities which they are trying to do other than bhakti yoga, they are called as childish. Which are they? So first he is saying soul by cultivation of knowledge, that is jnana yoga. Okay, these are the people who are cultivating by the jnana yoga system. And there are others who cultivate the hatha yoga system. Okay, and those who try to satisfy supreme godhead by the childish activities. And then previously told, he stated that here it is stated that there are some people who are in pure consciousness and who try to find out the super soul by meditation. So this is dhyana yoga, and they discover the super soul within themselves. They become transcendentally situated. Okay, so we'll read the purport of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Yes, please read.
Alternative methods are mentioned in two verses. Some devotees by contemplation of the Lord, dhyan is dhyanena, in the mind atmani, without help from any other process. Simultaneously, atmana, not by any other process except bhakti, see the Paramatma. This is understood from a later verse, Bhaktaya Mam Abhijnanati. Bhagavad Gita 1855. Only by devotion am I known. Others Anya Jnanis by distinguishing soul from body Sankhya and others apare yogis by Ashtanga Yoga Yogena and others by Nishkam Karma Yogena see Paramatma. In this regard, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga and Nishkam Karma Yoga are successive causes of each other and not direct causes of seeing Paramatma.
Yeah, so what all yoga systems are mentioned in this shloka? So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that alternative methods are mentioned in two verses. Okay, so here now when we go back to the shloka, so he is saying, see here, dhyanena atmani pashyanti. Okay, some see kechid pashyanti Paramatma. What they see? Paramatma, Atmani, through meditation in Bhakti Yoga. By meditation in Bhakti Yoga, Atmanam Atmana Dhyanena. Okay, so by the word dhyana, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying he is saying it as Bhakti Yoga. Others practice Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga, that is Anye Sankhya Yogena, by the Sankhya Yoga system. That is the Jnana Yoga or the Ashtanga Yoga. And others practice Nishkam Karma Yoga, that is here, Nishkam Karma Yoga. And this was Dhyanena Atmani, that was Bhakti Yoga. Correct. So these are the words used. So that is explained in the commentary also here. So some devotees some devotees, that is Bhakti Yogi, by contemplation of Lord Dhyana. So Dhyana word is used for Bhakti Yogi, according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And how do they meditate? In the mind. Okay, without help from other processes. Other process means what? Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Karma Yoga. So Bhakti Yogi, as devotees, we don't take help of other methods, correct? So spontaneously they uh, do not take help from other process and not by any other process except bhakti. So this dhyana is referring to bhakti yogi. And then others, anya, who are the jnani, by distinguishing soul from the body, that is mentioned by the word sankhya. And others, apare, yogis, they are like ashtang yogis, etc. They are mentioned in this verse. And then karma yoga, that is nishkam karma yogis. These are mentioned in this verse. Yeah, okay. We'll continue. 26th shloka. अन्ये तु एवम् अजानतः श्रुत्वा अन्येभ्य उपासते ते अपि च अतितरन्ति एव मृत्युं श्रुतिपरायणाः. Okay, somebody else can read. Chaitanya Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu.
Somebody is unmuted. I don't know who is.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, continue.
Again, there are those who, although not conversant in spiritual knowledge, begin to worship the Supreme Person upon hearing about him from others. Because of their tendency to hear from authorities, they also transcend the path of birth and death.
Yeah. So here now Krishna is saying about there are even more people, although not conversant in spiritual knowledge, they are not fully, we can say, mature in the spiritual knowledge. They begin to worship the Supreme Person. Okay, upon hearing, anyetu evam ajanatah, they are not aware, but what they are doing, shrutva, hearing, shrutva, from whom, anyebhya, from other people. Those other people are like maybe Gyan Yoga, Ashtang Yoga, or Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, any of them. If they hear from such people, because they are all authentic paths, anybody follows these paths will get at least liberation. So if they hear from these people, upasate, anyebhya upasate, te api cha atitaranti. Atitaranti means to surpass or transcend. Yeah, Prabhupada has translated it as transcend. So these people who are not practicing that path, but they just hear from these people who are practicing the path. Okay, hearing from others who are like Jnana Yogi, Ashtanga Yogi, Karma Yogi, Bhakti Yogi, any of them. They can also transcend. What they can transcend? Mrityu, death. Being, what should be the quality they should be having? Shruti Parayana. They should be having inclination. See, Prabhupada is translated as inclination. So they should have inclination to hear about these paths. Then they are also going to be liberated. Yeah, read the purport. Okay, somebody else can read. Uh, yeah, Ashwini Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
This verse is particularly applicable to modern society because in modern society, there is practically no education in spiritual matters. Some of the people may appear to be atheistic or agnostic or philosophical, but actually there is no knowledge of philosophy. As for the common man, if he is a good soul, then there is a chance for advancement by hearing. This hearing process is very important. Lord Chaitanya, who preached Krishna consciousness in the modern world, gave great stress to hearing because if the common man simply hears from authoritative sources, he can progress. Especially, according to Lord Chaitanya, if he hears the transcendental vibration Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah. So now Prabhupada is saying about these people who are Anye. Anye means those who are not practicing anything like Bhakti Yoga. They are not practicing Jnana Yoga. No proper path they are practicing. Not even Nishkam Karma Yoga. Any path they are not practicing. They are like the people in the modern society, correct? Currently, nobody knows also these words. Bhakti Yoga, little bit they may know. Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. Many, I think more than 99% of the people on earth, they will not be knowing about these paths that is there. They may know yoga. The word yoga they will know. and they may know about that it is related to some exercise of the body, that much only. But whether it is a path to find out God, so that will be very, very less people, maybe less than 1%. So now Prabhupada is telling that these people who are there in the modern society, they don't have any idea about what kind of path these are. They have practically no education in spiritual matters. Correct. Like Prabhupada, many times he would ask, like he went to MIT at that time. So that time he asked in MIT, where is the Department of Almighty? So that is not there. So like that Prabhupada would ask that spiritual education is not given so much importance. And now also, just because we have some 500 years ago Muslims attacked, then Britishers attacked. So after that, practically everybody has forgotten the spiritual education. Only we have few devotees like here. Some are joining for spiritual classes. These are interested in spiritual knowledge and spiritual matters. Otherwise, practically it is nil. So some of the people may appear to be atheistic or antagonistic or philosophical, but actually there is no knowledge of philosophy. They will speak a lot of things. Uh, and in India, obviously, everybody thinks that they know everything about God. So very difficult that to preach them also. But actually, there is no knowledge. Actually, they don't know. Why? They don't know because they have not heard from proper bona fide person who is in parampara, who is having proper knowledge. Something here and there they might have heard in family or YouTube, like that. Hmm. So that is there. So as for the common man, like what Prabhupada is saying, what is the common man of the modern society who doesn't have no education, who doesn't have any education about spiritual matters? These people, if he is a good soul, now there is a clause. If he is a good soul, what is the meaning of this good soul? Can somebody tell? What is this good soul doing? First, he is having a chance for advancement by hearing. The process is very important. Okay, the hearing process. So who is this good soul Prabhupada is talking about? That those who will hear in the modern society. Whether these are politicians or movie actors or some dancers or scientists, who are these good soul?
Hare
Or nobody
Krishna.
is there? Good soul. Yes, yes.
Prabhuji, good soul, I mean, Prabhupada, I understand that who is a submissive and
Hmm.
who does the hearing by in a submissive way and try
Hmm.
to follow whatever he hears from the
Yeah, yeah.
from the spiritual authority.
Correct, correct. That is like definition of good soul. That is there here, who will make advancement by hearing. Correct. I am saying how we understand now who is good soul in the modern world. Suppose we want to find out some people who are good soul and we want to preach them. Who are they?
Jigyasu, those who are inclination or having curiosity to understand spiritual life or the material affairs, and like they are trying to find out the solution for their miseries, like why there are
Hmm.
sufferings and all the things,
Correct,
calamities and
correct. Okay, okay, good. Yeah, so basically Prabhuji is saying about Chaturvida Bhajante Mam Janaha Sukritino Arjuna Artho Jigyasu Arthati Gyanicha Bharatarshava. Okay, so these are the people who come to God. Yeah, that is very good, very correct answer. Okay. Anybody else?
Prabhuji, if he has some Shraddha,
Hmm.
then Shushruto Shraddhadanasya, and then Syanmat, if he is rendering some service,
Hmm.
somehow or other, if he renders some service, that means he is inclined, then we can cultivate them. So,
Hmm.
service and he has some Shraddha, and he is inclined to hear, means he gets some opportunity, he will try to hear. So,
Hmm.
they can be considered good.
Okay, so he should have some fast Shraddha or fast Sukriti basically for hearing this message and all. Yes, okay, very good. Yeah, Sarveshwari Radhika Mataji, you are saying something.
In this world, those people who are said to be good, they are good person, those are honest. I mean, they have some good qualities, helping others,
Hmm.
and and other good qualities which are considered in this material world. I think those are good souls. Not
Okay.
cheating others, hurting others, doing any this thing,
Hmm.
any
Okay.
type of disturbing others physically or mentally.
Hmm.
Those people may be considered good souls.
Okay. So then the question will come is the good soul who is there. So they become more number of devotees or bad soul? Bad soul also become devotees, na? Like many times we hear that those who are uh, uh, like not good means they are doing some thievery or they are doing some persons whom they may be killing like Mrigari or even we have Angulimal or Ratnakar. These are like bad souls. They also become devotees. Correct. So, what is there in the correct Mataji? Bad soul also become devotees, na?
Yeah.
Yeah, means we can also see our past. We don't have to go much far to see the examples. Okay, so how much good is, yeah, some of you may be very good also, and some of us may be not so good. So we can see, yeah, good soul, bad soul, everybody become devotees, correct? So Mataji, then, like, what is good soul? Like, you said obviously those who are honest and other these, but
Yeah.
everybody honest, everybody who is good in the sense of material things, they may be very clean. They don't become devotees. Not everybody.
But some of this type of people can become devotee, not all.
Correct. So that's what. Which one become more? Like suppose we have 10 good people and 10 bad people. Who will become devotee more? Miss out of 10, 10 each one of them. How much you will think we will become devotee?
Prabhuji, those bad people, they became devotee because they got association of devotees,
Hmm.
like Narad Muni and all. So they became devotees. And but these good souls, they may,
Same
they
interrupt.
may hear from these authorities and they may become, there is chances of their becoming devotees.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Suppose I tell you 10 good people are there under you and 10 bad people are there. How many good people will become devotee? How many bad will become devotee? Some approx number you want to
No, we
give?
can't say, no, we can't
Huh?
say that.
No, no. At least you can say which one will become more. You told good.
Good,
Good.
good,
So
good,
which one, how
good
much?
souls.
Something,
Good, there
some
is more
number.
chances for good souls to become devotee.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, other devotees. Yes, Gayatri Mataji.
Prabhuji,
Actually, Prabhuji,
Who is speaking?
Prabhuji, I had one point to share.
Yes, yes, yes.
That the so-called good people of the material world, they are more in the category of Maya Aprita Jnana is what I think. Because recently I was talking to my CTO about what is his conception of God. Then he said overall it all boils down to the values. If you have good values, how does it matter? God, how does God matter? So I don't care about God. It's all values. I will do some. I will open some school, and that is the good. So what I personally think that so-called good people nowadays, they are more thinking that doing such good only is sufficient and we don't need God. That I think they are more in the Maya Preta Jnana category. They are illusioned by such activities only.
Mhm. Okay, okay, good
yeah,
point.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Who is speaking? I
Yeah,
don't know. Those who raised hand, I'm not able to ask them.
Mahavan Govindas here.
Yes, Praji.
Okay, actually, it is my personal experience in Pune. Like Pune is considered to be a like a capital for the Brahmins, or also Marathas are there. But
Mm-hmm.
it is my personal experience in Pune that the specific type of community people, they consider themselves they are the best in the society. And even if you approach them for distributing Bhagavad Gita, and they will not accept it. They consider others are like fools and rascals. So they won't even accept that there is a something beyond, which is out of their circle. Their
Mm-hmm.
type of, they are very prominent or whatever, they have their own culture, but they won't accept. Even they say that we are good, we do things good for others and charity and all this, we don't require any other things. But it is my personal experience that if you approach, bad people, they don't know anything spiritually. They're like empty mind. But it is easy to approach them, and if they are capable, if we guide them, they accept us to some extent. They may become devotees or not, that is future, but at least they accept that okay, they will respect and they will accept and they will try to follow. If they come to the temple, there may be chance to become a devotee. But so-called good people, really, I do have very strange experience with them.
So you will preach more to bad people. That's at conclusion, Prabhuji. You are saying you'll prefer.
Yeah, means like those who consider themselves good, they won't accept actually.
Okay, good point.
They
Yeah.
consider themselves the best of the society, and all others are fools and rascals.
Okay.
This is what my personal experience. Then it may not
Yeah.
be applicable, but also I have seen those who are like good people, so-called good people in the society. They are best mayavadis. They worship humans or whatever their community gurus, and the same guru claim themselves that I am Panduranga, I am Datta Avatar, and I am Lakshmi himself, and they promote even those type of photos. They put a face of
Yeah, no
Lakshmi.
need to go in so much detail. Just we can tell concept. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I understood, Prabhuji. Yeah, what you are saying. We'll hear from others. Yes, Gayatri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Good people are those who have already started their journey, that is spiritual journey, by the mercy of the Lord and the Vaishnavas, and they are here now by their mercy and practicing this. They are more eager to hear about the Lord and more eager to do some services. So it's like only those souls, those who have already got the mercy. Maybe they have initiated their spiritual journey and now they are here like to continue with that.
So they are like on the borderline. They're about to become devotees, kind of. Yeah, they have some
Yes.
inclination. Okay. And that inclination, how it came in them?
Like maybe in the past, they have reached to that stage and where they have got the mercy of the Lord and the Vaishnavas. So they have just came into Bhakti.
Okay. Good. Okay. Amit Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat. So I also was thinking, in two ways. One, which is aligned with what Gayatri Mataji said, that the soul has completed the journey uh, in the past life, and now it's ready to progress. So with the right guidance, they can, they're just waiting for that guidance so that they can continue their journey. That is one aspect. And the second aspect is, again, people who are free from false ego. That could be considered as a good soul, according to me.
Free from false ego.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, yes, thank you. Sulalita Gopi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In Prabhupada purports, there is one quote that Prabhupada had mentioned in Bhagavatam, that good souls, that they come like passive devotees. They want some relation with God, and first they will come to temple, and even though they don't want to buy or means take books or something, if they will show some interest to hear from what we want to tell to them. So somehow they later they will connect to temple, and later they will participate in services and everything, so like that.
Okay. Yes, almost similar, that those who have some Sukriti, maybe we can say past life, those are inclined for devotional service. Okay. Dayamai Devaki Mataji.
What I believe is this, but I
Voice is breaking, Mataji. Not able to hear clearly. Voice is breaking. You are in traveling, I think. Maybe you can type and send. Because its voice is breaking actually. Is it breaking for me only? Others are able to hear?
It's breaking, Prabhuji. It's breaking.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you can type and send, Mataji. Yeah. Yes. So Pratik Prabhu, you have raised hand, or I don't know.
So I joined late, but maybe someone has already said it. But those who have a little bit faith in hearing, the Shraddha, basic Shraddha, that feeling of okay, I can hear the sadhu, कहते हैं ना कि हाँ ये साधु है, कुछ तो सही बोल रहा होगा, उस टाइप के people.
Okay, okay, good. Yeah, almost everybody is saying similar thing, which is correct actually, that they have some past association of some devotee. Okay, just like that shloka, even other devotees were saying, Chaturvida bhajanti mam jana sukritino Arjuna. Only those who are sukritina jana, arto jigyasu artarti. Even there maybe so many people who are arto means who are having distress, but not all in distress will come to devotional service. Like what Prabhupada is saying here, a good soul, then there is a chance for advancement by hearing. Okay. Good soul means those who have attained some association of devotees in past. Because of that association, they have got some inclination to come into temple or attend some classes or do some service like other devotees are saying. So some places Prabhupada uses this word as good soul, or some other places he will use this word intelligent. One who is intelligent will take up the path of bhakti. You might have observed. Prabhupada has said many places. Those who are intelligent will take up the path of bhakti, or those who are taken to the path of bhakti are very intelligent. So this intelligence is not material intelligence, what Prabhupada is talking about. That is about spiritual intelligence. Okay, because we see so many materially advanced scientists are there. There may not be anybody more intelligent than them on the planet also. But they don't become devotees because Prabhupada is not talking about material intelligence. He is talking about the word Sukriti in that shloka. Chaturvida bhajante mam janaha Sukritino. They have received some Agyat Sukriti in past life, some prasad from some devotee. They have received some association of some devotee. So that made them inclined towards bhakti. So this is nicely explained in the book Madhurya Kadambini, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's book, in the very first chapter, that how anybody becomes devotee. So he says that many lifetimes Brahmand Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Paye Bhakti Lata Bij. How that Bhakti Lata Bij will come is by association of some devotee in many past lives. So by that he becomes intelligent. What Prabhupada is saying, intelligent means spiritual Sukriti he has got. Or here Prabhupada is using another word, good soul. This good soul is not about being materially good or honest. There are so many honest people. They will never become devotees. There are so many people who are clean. They have very good cleanliness, sometimes even better than devotees also, but they don't become devotees. So good soul is not on material standards. This is about spiritually having some sukriti from past. Okay, so this one point I wanted to just bring out. Many of the devotees said already, so that's why we took some gap here to discuss this. And then in this purport continuing, Prabhupada gives the example of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that how he stressed about this hearing process. He preached Krishna consciousness in the modern world, gave great stress to hearing. Okay. If the common man simply hears from authoritative sources, so many places we will see Prabhupada saying this authoritative sources, then he can progress. Otherwise, if we keep hearing from sources which are not in parampara, not authoritative. Authoritative means he should be speaking from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. We have seen that earlier. Yeah. Who was reading? I forgot. Please continue. Yeah, I think Ashwini Mataji, you were reading. Yeah, please read.
Yes, Prabhuji. It is stated, therefore, that all men should take advantage of hearing from realized souls and gradually become able to understand everything. The worship of the Supreme Lord will then undoubtedly take place. Lord Chaitanya has said that in this age, no one needs to change his position, but one should give up the endeavor to understand the absolute truth by speculative reasoning. One should learn to become the servant of those who are in knowledge of the Supreme Lord.
Yeah. So here Prabhupada is saying that he gave the example of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he is saying, therefore, after giving the example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is saying, therefore, that all men should take advantage of hearing from realized souls. So who can take advantage? Everybody can take advantage. All men, everybody. But who will become devotee? Not everybody. Okay, everyone can take advantage and they will gain some sukriti. Over many lifetimes, one gains sukriti and then it reaches 100%. The threshold level is reached. Then the person has shraddha. Okay, so every lifetime little bit of Sukriti he is keep gaining. So when that whole box is filled with little Sukriti, then the whole Sukriti is converted into Shraddha. And then he takes with faith the path of bhakti. Okay. So everybody can hear about here chanting, reading, hearing all these things, but not everybody will become devotee. That's why we see in our preaching, we may start with so many big number, but very few actually take up to bhakti and take up to 16 rounds like that. And then that all men should take advantage of hearing from realized souls. So as much as possible, we should hear from Srila Prabhupada or our Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru. Okay. So that will be very beneficial. Okay. And others, those who are speaking in line with Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Okay. That will be making us progress in bhakti. Okay. Because they are also speaking what Gurus and Srila Prabhupada is speaking. So, okay. So it's not about age. It's not about color. It's not about post, position, or what post he has in ISKCON, or what is his age, or what is his color of dress, what is his hairstyle. All these things don't matter uh, about the advancement of a person. In Shastras, we will not see much examples where it is so told that there. Yeah, this example we have heard many times, and Prabhupada also speaks. Sukdev Goswami, that even though he was not very much aged, he was just 16 years, and even though there were so many other great sages like Narada, Vyasadev, everybody, so he was given the higher seat. Okay, because he had learnt it properly from obviously Vyasadev only, like that. But the person, he is not having very good you can say consideration of age, and these externals many times they don't matter. Okay, so externals we should not give so much importance. It's important we should not do maryada vartikrama, means those who are having seniority in the sense of age or post and position, we should not disrespect them, but at the same time we have all independence to or freedom to exercise to whether to hear from them or not. If they are not speaking according to Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, then we have all freedom to not hear from them. Okay, just because they may be on higher post, or they may be having a saffron dress, or they may be having in they may be brahmacharya ashram or sannyas ashram. So we should exercise this free will what we have. Okay, so doing this gradually, one will be able to understand everything. Okay. Mm, yeah. So and then Prabhupada is concluding, one should therefore become servant of those who are in knowledge of the Supreme Lord. Okay. Yeah. Continue.
If one is fortunate enough to take shelter of a pure devotee, hear from him about self realization, and follow in his footsteps, one will be gradually elevated to the position of a pure devotee. In this verse, particularly, the process of hearing is strongly recommended, and this is very appropriate. Although the common man is often not as capable as so-called philosophers, faithful hearing from an authoritative person will help one transcend his material existence and go back to Godhead, back to home. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is again saying here the focus is the word hearing. What he is saying, the hearing word. So again here, third time Prabhupada is mentioning this thing that one should hear from an authoritative person in the same purport. Okay. So why it is said here? Because hearing through a here one thing Prabhupada is saying pure devotee. See here. Earlier also he said realized souls. Okay, these are the words we should mark actually. What Prabhupada is repeating in his purport. Okay, so realized souls we should hear from, or those who are pure devotees. Realization again doesn't mean that whatever experience we have in life that is realization. No, if it is not aligned to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, then our realization is as good as zero. Okay, if it is not aligned to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, like there are so many examples are there that devotees have experience. But if it is against the Shastra, then that is not called realization. What is realization? Realization, actually, you can read the definition in Shrimad Bhagavatam. Okay, 1.4.1. Okay, Prabhupada defined what is realization in that purport. Okay, it's just 2 or 3 lines. You can read that. Okay. So basically, there Prabhupada says that one who is able to speak according to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra as per the time, place, and circumstance, making without diluting the message. but speaking it in a way which is made attractive for the audience. That is called realization. Prabhupada defined it like that. Okay. Yes. Okay. We'll continue to the next shloka. Okay. Before that, we'll just read Baldev Vidyabhushan's commentary. Then we'll take question. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Uh, other from where okay. Others, though not knowing these methods, having faith in hearing the topics of the Veda, Shruti Parayana, are thus qualified. Hearing those methods from speakers of the methods, uh, Anya, what is that?
Anyabhya.
Anyabhya, they worship that a great Lord. Even they, from that association, gradually, after understanding and practicing, definitely surpass it. The great power of hearing the subject of the Lord is here shown.
Yeah. So he is saying that others who are practicing that path, one can hear from that person. Okay. So, and another thing he is saying, even they, from that association by hearing kind of thing, okay, gradually, after understanding and practicing. So, association means what? Association here, Baldev Vidyabhushan is saying that one should hear from that person. Association not means that both are staying in same room or both are going to some place together, going to holy place together. That is called association. No, association means what? One should be hearing from such person. Okay. Gradually, after understanding and by hearing, what will happen? Gradually, he will understand, and then he will also start practicing. And then, when he has doubt, he will ask also to clarify whatever doubts are there, so that he can practice better. Then he will definitely surpass death. Okay. The great power of hearing, the subject of the Lord is here shown. Okay. Okay. So we have completed this section. Any questions are there?
Yes, Prabhuji, one question.
Yeah.
So you mentioned, Prabhuji, about hearing, and we should hear from the realized soul. But
No, I did not mention. Prabhupada only told him.
yes. Like we were discussing.
Yeah.
So the point is, nowadays we see there can be different opinions among the seniors, the leaders of the ISKCON, for a particular point. So how to it can create bewilderment for people like us. So how to deal with that?
Uh, okay.
Is
We
that
don't have to
clear
deal with
question?
that. The
Okay.
basic thing is that we don't have to see, like it is said, when there are some things which are not, I would not say relevant, but which are not, yeah, see, concerning to us. There is circle of concern and there is circle of influence. Okay, so
Mm,
circle of influence is always smaller than circle of concern generally. Means we may have
mm,
concern about so many things in so many topics of the world. Okay. See, this is the circle of concern and this is a circle of influence. Okay. So in this concern, we may have so many points. Okay, why this thing is happening in the society, why this thing is happening in society, why this thing is not happening in society, why this thing is when it is going to happen in society. All these things we may have. Okay. And then
mm,
there may be so much things which is there in the outside world. Okay. Which is
mm,
happening, which also may be in the concern, but considering our ISKCON society. Then there is something in circle of influence, which we can change, which we can actually do something about. Okay. So there may be
mm,
some things here. So our energy should be mostly guided into this circle of influence. What we
mm,
can change and what is concerning to us. Sorry, which is influencing us. Okay, but there are
mm,
other things which may be concerning to us. But the question is, are we going to do something about it? Are we going to
mm,
take the responsibility of that decision?
mm,
Are you going to take the responsibility of that decision which may be taken you are talking about maybe?
mm.
No, I'm
Okay.
asking a question. Will you be taking responsibility of that?
No,
You may,
like
yeah, you will not be taking responsibility. But as a member of society, you may have some concern, which
mm,
has a channel, which the concern should be addressed by the superior under whom you may be taking counseling or guidance, whatever. You can express your concern and whatever your understanding is on the topic to your superior. That superior
mm,
should communicate all the basically the together whatever message is there of the community to their superior. Okay, those who have approached him.
Okay.
And then it should be propagated to whoever is the person who is going to take decision. That way we should deal. Yeah. And as far
So,
as you told the part
mhm.
that they are having different opinions. So for that, I will like to show one letter of Srila Prabhupada. Okay. Obviously, this is about difference of opinion. Okay, this is letters of Srila Prabhupada correspondence. So you can read what Prabhupada is saying here. Okay, this is a letter to Upendra. Okay, 19 February 1972. Okay. Read this second one.
As for your question about Santrasa and the opinions of Rupa Goswami and Sridhar Swami, I don't remember. You can send me the appropriate passages. There is no reason why acharyas cannot differ on certain points.
Yeah. So, what is the last line written here? There is no reason why acharyas cannot
Acharyas.
differ on certain points. Okay.
Mm.
So, this one thing I wanted to bring your attention to. So, this is about a spiritual topic because what is the context? About Shantaras.
Mm.
Okay. So, this is about a spiritual topic, but and there are other things also which we can see. There is uh, incident in Brihad Bhagavatamrita also it comes where Gop Kumar actually he goes to Vaikuntha, and then there are three types of people and they are having three different opinions and they want him to do according to their desire. So there is
Mm.
a we can say difference of opinion there also. Okay, so there are different
Mm.
kinds of personalities even in Vaikuntha and they are having different kind of opinions there also. So this different kind of things is existing because of the variety, okay, and the individuality
Mm.
of every soul. So that we
Mm.
can never get rid of. We can never have all people thinking the same way, and even two people thinking the same way, and everything is same in them. Then one of them will become irrelevant, no? Correct.
Mm.
Then what is the individuality in him? Okay. So whatever individuality that person has, other person, that is useful for somebody, some other individual.
Mm.
And the other person, what individuality he has, he is having usefulness for some other group of people. Correct. So in that way. So now when you are saying that there are some concerns about some people talking in one way and some other people talking about other thing. So they have their individual nature, they have individual understanding of Prabhupada and they are giving opinion according to that. So whatever is coming to us as a concern, that is good, but is it in our circle of influence that we have to see? Is it okay, bro?
Yes, brother. Thank you.
Okay. So we will continue from the next section now, 27 to 35. Vision of knowledge. Okay, so till now what was discussed is Prakriti, Purusha and union, their interaction. And then it was told in the end that actually first part was that Purusha, who is conditioned soul, he interacts with Prakriti, but he is influenced by the gunas. Other Purusha is super soul, who is not under the Purusha. He is not under the Prakriti. He is not Prakristho. He is Para. He is beyond the Prakriti. And then what is the use of hearing this knowledge? One will not take birth again. One will get liberated. Okay, like this. That was the last section. Now Krishna is continuing with the Falashruti again. That whoever has this knowledge, what is he going to attain? What is his gain? So we will read this 27th shloka. यावत् संजायते किंचित सत्वं स्थावर जंगमम क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ संयोगात् तद्विद्धि भरतर्षभः. Okay, Pratik Pro, you want to read?
Sure, Prabhuji. O chief of the Bharatas, know that whatever you see in existence both moving and the non-moving, is only a combination of field of activities and the knower of the field.
Yeah, thank you. So yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam sthavara jangamam. Sthavar and jangam, these two categories Krishna is saying here. Sthavar means those who are non-moving. Okay, those who are stationary. Yeah, Prabhupada is translated as not moving. Jangama, those who are moving. Okay, so they can move from one place to another place. So generally, sthavar living entities are like trees, plants, and Jangama are like those other human beings, animals, birds, reptiles. All these are Jangama. Okay, so he is saying, O chief of Bharata, he is saying Tad vidhi, know. Vidhi means to know. What you must know? That whatever you see in existence, okay, yavat sanjayate kinchit, whatever is existing, what is existing in that two categories, thavara jangama, both the moving and non-moving, is sanyoga, is a combination. Okay, Prabhupada translated as union. Okay, it is a union between what? Kshetra and kshetragya. Okay, the Kshetra and Kshetragya, they both are combining or interacting. That would be better word. They are interacting with each other because Kshetra and Kshetragya, they can never really combine because Kshetragya is soul, is spiritual entity, and Kshetra is Prakriti, kind of its material entity. So they cannot really combine, but they interact with each other. How they interact? That was explained previously. Gunay, by the agency of modes. Okay. So that's what is told in this shloka. Now we'll read the purport. Yes, Prabhu, continue.
Both material nature and the living entity, which were existing before the creation of the cosmos, are explained in this verse. Whatever is created is but a combination of living entity and material nature. There are many manifestations like trees, mountains, and hills which are not moving, and there are many existences which are moving, and all of them are but combination of material nature and superior nature, the living entity.
Yeah, so what here Prabhupada is explaining here, same words he is explaining as Thavar and Jangam, correct? So moving and non-moving. And where is the word mentioned about combination of these two in the shloka?
Kshetra Kshetrajya Sanyogat.
Sanyogat, correct. So that's the interaction or combination or union that is explained in the shloka. Yeah. Continue.
Unmute, sorry. Without the touch of the superior nature, the living entity, without the touch of the superior nature, the living entity, nothing can grow. The relationship between material nature and spiritual nature is eternally going on, and this combination is effected by the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he is controller of both the superior and inferior natures. The material nature The
Yeah.
material nature is created by him, and the superior nature is placed in the material nature, and thus all these activities are manifestations take place.
Yeah, so here Prabhupada is continuing. He said na, that there are two kinds of things. One is Thavara and other one is Jangam. So we're moving. So in that context, Prabhupada is saying that without the touch of superior nature, the living entity, nothing can grow. Grow in the sense that nothing can transform or move about. Okay. So Yayedam Dharyate Jagat. That seventh chapter, I think fifth shloka or sixth. Yeah. So this living entity is making transformation in the matter. Okay. And then he is saying the relationship between material nature and spiritual nature is eternal. Okay, where is this mentioned that relationship is eternal? Where did we read this?
Uh, Anadi Prabhuji, that was
Yes, Anadi, correct.
Prakriti, yeah,
Yeah, Prakriti
Purusham
and
Chaiva,
Purusha,
yeah.
both are Anadi, correct. So which is that shloka?
1320 Prakriti Purusham Chaiva Vidhi Anadi Ubhaya.
That is the shloka, right? Yeah. Yeah. So that is 13.20. Okay. There it was mentioned that both are anadi. Okay. And also where there we learned that the interaction also is anadi. Basically, the living entity's karma also is anadi. Anadi karma phale. Uh, so that also we discussed one reference, correct? So here again same thing Prabhupada is saying the combination of both of them, that is the karma of the living entity. Okay, that is also there as anadi. Okay, therefore he is controller of superior and inferior nature. Who? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, he is controller of both. Okay, the superior and inferior natures. Superior is the soul and inferior is Prakriti. Both he is controller. Okay. Hmm.
To whatever extent
Yeah,
living
1 minute, 1 minute.
is.
Yeah, we will go to next shloka. Yeah, any questions on this what we discussed? Okay, then we will continue. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinasyatsu avinashyatvam yah pashyati sa pashyati. Okay, somebody else can read. Yeah. Amit Prabhu, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavad.
Okay.
One who sees the super soul accompanying the individual soul in all bodies and who understands that neither the soul nor the super soul within the destructible body is ever destroyed actually sees.
Correct. Yeah. So here he is saying sama. What is the attainment when one has this vision? Vision of what? If you see the title of this whole section, vision of knowledge, jnana chakshu. Okay. When one has this jnana chakshu, what is the result of that? So Prabhupada is saying one who sees what? Super soul and the individual soul. Obviously, super soul is accompanying super soul and the individual soul, one who sees in all bodies. Okay. So the samam word here is equally. Okay. So basically, the living entity, one who sees the soul and super soul equally situated in all bodies. That's what Prabhupada is trying to say. That will be clear by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Okay. Equally in all bodies. Okay. That Prabhupada is written in word to word. And here he is saying in that sense. Okay. So one who sees the super soul accompanying the individual soul equally in all the bodies and who understands that neither the soul nor the super soul within the destructible body is ever destroyed. So vinashyatsu, this word. So vinash means something is getting destroyed. Vinashyatsu means destructible, which can be destroyed. Okay. And there is also another word avinashyat, avinashyantam, avinashi. Avinashi means that which cannot be destroyed. Okay. So yaha pashyati sa pashyati. One who sees like this, sah pashyati. He actually sees. Okay. Samam sarva bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram. Among all the living entities, he sees that Paramatma is situated equally. Samam. Okay. So he is actually the seer, or he is the one who is having the Jnana Chakshu. Okay, we'll read the purport. Yes, Prabhu.
Anyone who by good association can see three things combined together: the body, the proprietor of the body or individual soul, and the friend of the individual soul is actually in knowledge. Unless one has the association of a real knower of spiritual subjects, one cannot see these three things. Those who do not have such association are ignorant. They simply see the body and they think that when the body is destroyed, everything is finished. But actually, it is not so.
Yeah. So as we discussed earlier, you remember we discussed that good soul.
Yep.
Prabhupada said that good soul actually will have an inclination towards hearing. So what is that good soul we discussed? He has some sukriti in the past life. Correct. Here, Prabhupada is saying the same thing. Unless one has the association of a real knower of his spiritual subjects, one cannot see things, these three things. What are the three things? Obviously, here Prabhupada is saying the body, that is the first thing, Kshetra, the proprietor of the body, the Kshetragya, or the individual soul, that is the proprietor, okay, and the friend. Who is the friend of the individual soul? That is the super soul, that is third entity. Okay, these three entities, as we discussed earlier, work seamlessly, simultaneously. Okay, there is no gap in the interaction. They are all working very seamlessly together and simultaneously they are working. Okay, so body, that is Kshetra, proprietor of the body, Kshetragya. Obviously, Kshetragya is super soul also, but here he is saying as the individual soul and the friend of that person is the Paramatma. These three one sees equally. Okay, and how is he able to see? Because of the association he has had in past. So those who do not have such association are ignorant. Okay, so they are actually proposing not good souls. Okay, they are not good souls in the sense that they have not got the association of such people. Okay. And what is the result of not getting such association? They think that when the body is destroyed, everything is destroyed. So vinashyatsu and avinashyantam, that two words which were used. Yeah, continue.
After the destruction of the body, both the soul and the supersoul exist, and they go on eternally in many various moving and non moving forms. The Sanskrit word Parameshwara is sometimes translated as the individual soul because the soul is the master of the body, and after the destruction of the body, he transfers to another form. In that way, he is master. But there are others who interpret this Parameshwara to be the super soul. In either case, both the super soul and the individual soul continue. They are not destroyed. One who can see in this way can actually see what is happening.
Yeah, so as we know that in Sanatan Dharma we believe in the reincarnation, in the Punarjanma. But many other religions they may not believe in these things. Okay, so here what Prabhupada is saying is that one who can see in this way. What is this way? That soul and super soul both are indestructible. Means they have many lives. They have had previously and they will also have. So that person is actually the seer among all the seer. He is Pashyanti, but he is really seeing the essence in that way. And how did he come to this position? Prabhupada told previously by association of the people who are spiritually inclined similarly, and he had association of them in the past like that. Okay. Hmm.
Probably in
Yeah.
the last uh, the middle two bullets,
Hmm.
Prabhupada is not concluding anything. What's the real definition of permission? He's saying it doesn't matter
Hmm.
whether you call it individual soul or super soul. Eventually, they just continue the journey. Is that correct?
Yeah. So what he's saying, the Sanskrit word Parameshwara is sometimes translated as the individual soul, because soul is the master of the body. He is Kshetragya. After the destruction of the body, he transfers to another form. In that way, he is master. Okay. But there are others who interpret this Parameshwara to be the super soul. Yeah. So what is the question?
So Prabhupada, he's not concluding, what's the real
Okay. In
thing.
either case, you are saying
Yeah,
this point. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Both the soul and super soul are going to continue. Yeah. There are some philosophers who will say like this actually. Yeah. Like, okay, not taking any names, but there are some philosophers who will say like this, that there are people who will consider that, okay, individual soul is indestructible and Parmeshwara refers to individual soul. Okay, but even from basic understanding, we can understand Paramam is something which is different from normal. Okay, para, as we saw, Purusha para Puman. Okay, or here we saw that even though he is situated in the body, but he is paraha, that is super soul. So paraha word, param word is actually something which is supreme. So by common sense also we can understand it is super soul, and which is something different from the general Ishvara or general soul. Okay. But even if somebody says like that, Prabhupada's point is that even in that philosophy, they have to understand one point, that the soul is eternal. Okay, even though you say Paramatma as the soul, but the soul is not destructible. At least that much they are accepting. That's what he's saying. That is the conclusion. He is not saying whether their philosophy is completely aligned to ours.
Right, Prabhuji.
Yeah, so in that sense, that he is taking the good of the philosophy. Okay, that way. Okay.
Sure, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we'll do one more shloka then. Okay, 29th. Samam pashyan hi sarvatra samavasthitam sishwaram na hinashyati atmanam tato yati param gatim. Okay, somebody else can read who has not read. Also done. Yeah, Vrajanand Prabhu, Krishna Prabhu. Yeah.
One who sees the super soul fully present everywhere in every living being does not degrade himself by his mind. Thus he approaches the transcendental destination.
Yeah, maybe you can keep the microphone near your mouth when you are reading ahead. The sound is not very clear. Okay. So samam pashyanti hi sarvatra. What this kind of soul does? He does what? Samam pashyanti. He sees everything equally. Sarvatra, everywhere. Sama avasthitam. Avasthitam is to be situated. Prabhupada is translated as equally situated. Sama avasthitam. Ishwaram, the super soul. Okay. Na hinashyati. Hina means to become reduced or to degrade. Yeah, Prabhupada is translated as degrade. Okay, na hinashyati, and it doesn't get degraded or reduced in quantity. Atmana atmanam. Okay, so one atmana here means the mind, other atmanam means the soul. Okay, so two words but different meanings are there in the same shloka. Tataha yati param gatim. What is the result of that? He is yati, he will attain. Okay, what he will attain? Param gatim, the param, so we can say transcendental position. Okay, transcendental destination. Yes, that's what Prabhupada translating. What is this transcendental destination? It can be either merging in Brahman, or one can go to the spiritual world based on his practice. Who will go to Brahman? Those who are Gyan yogis, those who are Ashtang yogis, they will go. And those who are Bhakti yogis, they will go to spiritual world. Okay. This is a general categorization. Okay. So both are called having attained the Param Gatim. Okay. Why? Because they followed a path which was prescribed in the Vedas, and that is a bona fide path. So they will attain the result of following that path. Okay. So that is the meaning of the shloka. Let's see the purport. Yes, please read.
The living entity, by accepting his material existence, has become situated differently than in his spiritual existence. But if one understands that the Supreme is situated in his Paramatma manifestation everywhere, that is, if one can see the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in every living thing, he does not degrade himself by a destructive mentality, and he therefore gradually advances to the spiritual world. The mind is generally addicted to sense gratifying processes, but when the mind turns to the super soul, one becomes advanced in spiritual understanding.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is explaining the same thing. But if one understands that the Supreme, that is the Param, okay, Parameshwara, is situated in his Paramatma manifestation everywhere, Sarvataha, okay, see here, Sarvatra, this word was used, right? Okay, Sarvatra, everywhere. That is, if one can see the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in every living entity, living thing, he does not degrade, na hinashyati, himself by destructive mentality. Okay. And he therefore gradually advances to the spiritual world. Where is this mentioned in the shloka? He advances to the spiritual world.
ततो याति पराम गतिम.
Yeah, param gatim. Yes, correct. The mind is generally addicted to sense gratifying processes. But when the mind turns to super soul, one becomes advanced in spiritual understanding. Okay, as this theme is continuing, Shrinu, or hearing, Shruti. So by hearing, from the people who are which kind of people? Prabhupada told again and again, he told same thing: self-realized souls or bona fide authority, or he used these words, right? So hearing from such people, one can advance in spiritual understanding. Okay. What is the time? Yes. Okay. We will continue this in the next session. Okay. 1:30 is the time. So 13:30 onwards, we'll do 5 more shlokas are there. We'll complete this chapter. Then we will go to the next chapter, 14th chapter. Okay. Pause here. Any questions are there on what we discussed till now? Yes. Mahavan Govind Pro.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam.
Done.
As also here also it is mentioned that mind's nature, like distraction and material attraction, and also in
Correct.
last shloka also you cover, like it is mentioned, like we have, like we are practicing, like I'm practicing, so while chanting or hearing we feel sleepy or distraction or material attraction. So also at the end, like like Prabhupada is covering that hearing is the solution for all those things. So but
Last line it was breaking. Can you repeat last line?
like I'm audible.
Now it's better.
Yeah, like Prabhupada is giving, so like at the end I got like solution, like healing is the only solution for all the problems. So but my question is that like like if I say about myself, like I'm hearing more than 20 years, but I won't found much changes in myself. So this is my question.
Okay, miss, you are feeling that you are not advancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, two things we can say. If we are following the process properly, what is prescribed by Prabhupada and Acharyas, then we will advance in spiritual life. It is different whether we perceive it or not, whether we are able to evaluate whether we are advancing or not. It is important to evaluate. But if we are not advancing, then it has to be evaluated based on the signals given in the spiritual books, like our Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur or Srila Prabhupada has given. One thing he told, that Laya, that at the stage of Nishtha, one who is there, he will not have Laya, he will not have distractions, sleepiness, distraction, and he will not have that much inclination for sense gratification, that he will give up his practice of bhakti, like everyday chanting 16 rounds or four regulative principles. So if that is breaking and that he is not able to do, that means he has not reached to the stage of nishtha. These are some things which are mentioned in the scriptures, and there are others also. Five symptoms are there. So, and one who has reached to the stage of bhava, it is mentioned avyartha kalatvam. He will have uh, no wasting of time in other subjects other than spiritual life. Okay, like that, nine symptoms are mentioned of the person who has reached bhava stage. Okay, so symptoms are mentioned. Based on this, we can evaluate. We cannot evaluate ourselves just based on something whatever comes to our mind. That is first thing. And then if we are actually following the proper path, then there is no confusion whether we are advancing or not. So whatever is prescribed, we do, then we will advance. Yeah, this is what I would like to say. And more details, actually, one should discuss with the person who knows more about us, our counselor, our guide. So that person can tell more detail that how we can advance, because they may be knowing the specific problem which we may have. So every specific problem needs a specific guidance. Okay, not that everybody can be given the same guidance. So very specific problem, specific guidance should be given so that they can advance. Just like when we go to doctor, he doesn't say that, oh, everybody should take painkiller. No, what is a specific problem? Based on that, some tests will be conducted, and when results come, then he gives the prescribed medicines. He doesn't say, oh, everybody, whoever has pain in hand, whoever has pain in head, whoever has pain in the stomach, everybody should take painkiller. Over. No, that is not how the medicine, science of medicine works. Similarly, the science of spiritual life also is like that. Okay, Broji.
Okay.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Okay, those who are getting late can leave. Okay, that's those who have question maybe staying. They can stay. Yes, Amit Proje. You are not audible. You are unmute, but the voice is not audible. Maybe you can mute and unmute again. No, no.
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll give it to him, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the advantage of being in one home.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. So, Prabhuji, question is we because of the conditioning, because of false ego, we make mistakes. So, who is really, controlling? Is it the individual soul? Super soul, of course, is witnessing, but who is the real controller?
Regarding the mistake you are saying, which we are
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yes. Okay. I would like to show one shloka for answering this. Okay, that's mentioned in 18th chapter. Okay, that how the result of any activity is given, or what are the factors which govern the result of any activity. So mistake also is actually a result of activity. So I would like to show that shloka and then we will see the answer. It starts. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is 18.14. Okay. So adhishthanam tatha karta karnam cha prithak vidham vividhascha prithak cheshta devam chaiva atra panchamam. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Read the translation, Prabhuji.
The place of action, the body, the performer, the various senses, the many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. These are the five factors of action.
Yeah. Okay. So these are five factors of any action. Okay. What are they? First is cheshta. Sorry. Adhishthanam. Okay. The place. Okay, like this war was being fought in Kurukshetra. So the place has some effect. So similarly, what place we are at, that place also will have effect on us. Okay. Tatha karta, the worker. Okay, the performer basically. Okay. So Prabhupada has translated that place as the body. Please note that. Okay. And other acharyas have also translated it as place means the place which we are. So both the ways. Okay. The body which where we are situated as the soul. Okay. Which kind of body we have. The performer, that is we ourselves as the soul, the worker basically. Karanam, the instruments, the senses whatever we have or the instruments we may be having. So doing any activity we will use knife, or so some activity we have to use a needle, and some other activity we will need if you have to remove the water from coconut, there is some other apparatus which need to be used. So what instrument we have. Okay. Then fourth is the many different kinds of endeavor. How much endeavor are we putting in that activity? What kind of endeavor are we putting in that activity? And ultimately the super soul, the Daiva, the supreme. Or we can also say it as destiny. Daiva also means destiny. Okay. What fruitive activities we have done previously, papa or punya, that will come to us. Okay. So these are the five factors of action. So any action, whether it will give success or failure or mistake or whatever, will be governed only by these five factors. Nothing else will come. Okay. So based on this, now we can see that mistake can be happening on any of the five levels. Obviously, super soul is not considered in the sense of mistake or failure, but our past activity, what we have done, because of that, we can say that the destiny is formed in that way that we were not supposed to get that result. It might be a mistake of suppose loss of some money, or some loss of some family member or relationship, anything. That karma, whatever we have done in the past, that is going to take place in our life. Okay, and then that is going to make us commit the mistake because we are not supposed to get that. So this is one of the factor, deva. Okay. And then there is our own endeavor. If we did not put proper endeavor in, suppose there was an interview or exam, we did not prepare properly, even though we could have done prepare properly, and then that was our mistake, our endeavor. It was not put properly, like that. So there can be a mistake. And then various senses or instruments which with we are trying to perform that activity, as I give the example of needle or a knife, like that. What thing we are using to do that activity, that can also determine whether it will be successful or it will be a failure. And then performer, like who is the person who is doing it, and what kind of place or the body he is situated in. Okay, so if a tiger wants to sing, there will be mistake or there will be failure. There is no question of success in singing for him. He cannot sing ever like cuckoo, like that. So these are the various factors, Prabhuji, which are there, uh, which will govern whether it's a success, failure, mistake, or whatever.
Right, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So individual soul doesn't have any place here. Or
No. Individual soul has no these things, this endeavor.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this we have the part, like it's there in our endeavor. Like example, I will give. Suppose there is a 25 kg bag of rice. How much endeavor we put, that much it will move. And suppose there is a wall, and we want to push the wall. It doesn't have anything to do with endeavor. Whatever endeavor you may put, it will never move. So some things in life are like wall. That how much endeavor we may put, we will never get it, and it will not go away. Either ways. That is our endeavor. It may not depend on that, but some things are dependent on our endeavor, like our health, how it is going to be. It's based on our choices, our habits, our whatever things. So some things are under our control, like it may be 25 kg bag. How much we pull, it will come. So some things are in our endeavor. So things are not very black and white in practical life. Okay. So as we put endeavor, also the results will come, and some things are not at all in our control. Okay. That's how it is.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Your answers, your analogies are amazing, Prabhuji. Thank you so
No,
much.
I have heard from other senior devotees, so I am sharing. Nothing is mine. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so should we end here? If anybody has any question, then yeah, I don't think anybody has any question. Okay, Dayame Devki Mataji had sent something in the chat box which I didn't know. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, as per my limited experience, good or bad qualities in this life has limited impact on our bhakti journey, as they are all material platform. Only by mercy of some devotee people get Agya Sukriti and take up bhakti. Okay, so maybe we can discuss this next time. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for joining. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Jai.